try, Daryl Gibson.
Ennis, straightening, Craig Ennis, over the 10-metre mark. Support in field from Carlos Spencer.
Williams, nice step. Nathan Williams, around the fullback. What a try!
The replacement, Anton Leonard. Now it's Rousseau. This is Rousseau at his best, and the try is good.
Still, this is good possession for the Waratahs. Now, can they make something of this? Beautiful running. This could be a try.
To the line. Did the momentum get him there? Paul Honus said it did. Marshall. Justin Marshall.
Pops the pass. Easy as that for Jeremy Stanley. Case Muse. What tremendous pass. Wants it back too. He won't get it. It goes to Kelleher. Kelleher with the sprint. What a try from the Highlanders. Wilson. Now Middleton. He can give it to anyone he likes. Jeremy Stanley.
Flying up afterwards is Smith. Damien Smith.
It's out here, and the run in is by Duncan McRae, the fullback. Well done to get another try for the Waratahs.
Still close to the line. He got it. Alatini in the gap. Laney. Lima. Try number 5. He's got it right. Blindside. Rotani.
Spooner again, straight through. Herberts under the posts. He goes Williams. They won't catch this guy. He's a former centre 3/4. 4 metres to go. And this kick, if successful, will put the Reds in front. Nathan Spooner, formerly with the Australian under-21 team, to make himself a hero here. Never in doubt.
Cullen. Danger. Oh, he's got it back in big ways. Christian Cullen.
It's on for McRae. Here's Dowling. Matt Dowling. First try.
Now, it's Van der Walt, and to Blanche is across, but Van der Walt has got in. To Blanche had no chance in this weather. Stephen Brink is flying, the bounce is good, he's in. Beautiful move and brilliant try.
Big sprint coming up, Talia closing in. Umaga just got a hand on it, ball still loose, and it sits up. Supports there from Cullen and Christian Cullen. Big chase now. Blowers gets back, loose and try. Cullen still with it. Oh, he's just so brilliant.
Gregan. Kafer, lovely pass, quick hands. Joe Roth. He's quick. Gregan, the only man with a chance, and he's no chance. Well, the soft try there from the Brumbies. Joe Roth. Joe Roth. Quick hands again. Here they go. Bartholomew's. Jones Hughes with quick hands to Dowling. Staniforth's with him. Matt Dowling. He's got them. Good pass here. Staniforth. It was a beautiful pass. And the gap appeared outside for Scott Staniforth. Duncan McRae with a big cutout. Brilliantly picked up by Tom Bowman. He's a specialist. specialist out there on the left wing.
It was in fact Alatini, but still the play goes on, and the Highlanders are going to get the touchdown via that man Kelleher again. Chance here for Yuri Krier. Yuri Krier will get the first try for the Cats. So there'll be no stopping Jeff Wilson here. Chester Williams desperate, but Jeff Wilson has so much pace. Beautiful flick on Chester Williams.
Crowd on its feet. Oh, brave tackle by Mark Robinson. Goes back in field. Dylan Meeker. Spencer playing halfback. Tupuki again. Tupuki!
McRae now. 10 from halfway. McRae. That's Whittaker. McRae. All the way. Here they go. Paulson now. Funsale. Montgomery goes wide. Peter Rousseau out here. Just caught. And Fleck gets the try. Funsale again. Big dummy. Straight through. They work it short side. There it is. Beautiful play from McRae. Under the posts. Sleight of hand. It's there for Fleck. Robbie Fleck gets his second try.
Goes for the gap and finds it. Gillingham is there. Gillingham is in. As it comes from Stephen to Blanche. The point is there.
Here's a chance, and in he goes, Damien Smith. A straight run in, it just opened up for him, and the first try scorer in the game, Damien Smith. Johnston gets it again, they've got a huge lineup. Latham jams it in behind Ben Tune. Can't get a hold of it. And Soalo completes the try. Marshall pops it out for Mertens. They must score. Mark Hammett. Support in the form of Latham, and he comes up with the second. Beautiful running by Johnston. Mertens. Gibson. Flips it up. Here's James Kerr.
Cut out to Rock. He is in freakish form. There's McAnally. Harrison, lovely pass to Larkham. Robinson worked the angles. McAnally again. Williams. Gregan. Falcon. Larkham.
Perhaps a little bit late. Someone for Groenewold. Try. This should be a try for the Hurricanes, and is for David Holwell. Pace aplenty. This is the bonus point.
Gregan, what a pass! Joe Roth. They still have big numbers. There it is for Soalo. Here's Gregan. George Gregan! Drop goal. Andrew Martins has put it through.
Out into the gap, Alatini. He's got row party. Now the sprint's on, and the try is completed by Brian Lima. Could open up here for Jeff Wilson, and Carrington for the corner. Highlanders working hard in defence. Chiefs driving. He's got there.
The grubber for Joeli Banderi. This is dangerous. He's the quickest man on the field, and that is going to be a try. Pretty to watch. So he takes on Warner. Innes.
Stolen it. Brunk. He looks on the outside. He's got Krecher there. Now this is Fleck. Fleck looks outside. Marinos. Inside. That is down for sale. Johnston. Herbert. This is Latham. He looks on the inside. And Latham passes inside to Damien Smith, who gets the try. And that's good turnover ball for the Stormers. Little chip ahead. Now has Peter Rousseau got the legs? Peter Rousseau chips it ahead. This is Peter Rousseau. Peter Rousseau gets in for the try. This is Montgomery. Montgomery, has he got the pace? Montgomery gets in.
It's right. Husselman, Drotsky, and that's good hands. This is clear, and he's over. Best for the gap.
Advantage over.
He's got Yuri Creer on his outside, but just not enough players. Beautifully handled there by Albert van der Berg. This is Chris Creer with try number 2. And him back. Now watch this. He will accelerate, regather. Brilliant work by the lock forward.
Taken by Henty Martins. This could be sped wide. This is the sort of stuff. Andrew Benelli slips. He punts it over the top. Can this stay in play? If this stays in play, this could be point for Brink. Brink's through. Brink could have points. There could be a 5-pointer here. Stephen Brink. The crowd go absolutely wild. Turnover ball. Disappointment. Iremia. Umanga going. He's got outside gap. Inside to Iremia. Lama Iremia. He's got space and time. There's speed on the inside. Umanga. He's there. He's strong enough. He's over.
Superb try for the Highlanders.
Well, Janneman Brandt goes for the line, and it's over. It's a beautiful try there by Dion de Kock.
And he did the right thing there by keep holding on to it. And then Dion de Kock going over the corner. Great try there from Dion de Kock.
Kefu, showing good pace is Kefu. Now it's Kefu and Gerson, but eventually the tackle is made. Wilson gets in for the Reds.
Let's just see it from a different angle. Does he get over? Yeah.
Parkinson, Umanga, Cullen, and Morano gets the try. Got hands on it too. Now the chance for Howlett, and Doug Howlett seals it.
Now it's Joe Robb. He heads for the goal line. Try number 7 in Super 12. Here's Marsh, and that's McLeod.
Misunderstanding at the back of the scrummage, and that's dangerous now for the Sharks. This is Teichmann, got pace on the outside. Scharf and Rensburg is going to make it home. But in the interim, on they go. Now it's Rousseau again, switch to Paulser. Brayton Paulser's in. This is good possession, the skin stat. Long pass on the outside, Montgomery in the gap. Can he take his man on? He's got pace. So is Rousseau, and what a great start for the Stormers.
This is Skinstad. Long one to Brayton Paulser. Brayton Paulser's going to get in. That's the bonus point for the Stormers.
Slips a beautiful pass to Arnold. Umanga. Tana Umanga. Osborne. That's a brilliant try by Glenn Osborne. Jackson. Lomu. The big bloke's in.
Blues try to stretch them. Beautiful pass out to Rush on the left. Here's the chance for the Blues.
Staniforth inside, and Scott Staniforth gets the try. Here they go, Falcon. That's Paul. Jeremy Paul gets the reply. And Dowling again on the outside. Matthew Dowling all the way. What a try. McMullen, Grubber, thank you. So clever.
Lima for Wilson. Toon was there, look at the pace. Brian Lima. Now the short kick. Latham, look at this. That's wonderful stuff. Herbert is on his outside. Oh, what a try. A super try by Queensland.
This is brilliant play by the Otago Highlanders.
Now Blakey. Ball available. This is the danger man. Under the posts.
Martins, honey ball, moving it wide. Brink did well. Now chance here. Justin Swart should get in. To Blanche with the kick ahead. To Blanche is quicker than Olivia. To Blanche should get the try. Brilliant play by the Springbok right wing.
Montgomery in space. Daniels on the outside. Daniels has got pace and he's got the skills. That'll be a try. Marshall. And now taken by Rousseau. From that we see this. Peter Rousseau getting a vital 5-pointer for the Stormers. Quickly done. Marshall, Berryman is going to stroll in eventually.
They've got it under control. They're over the line, and it's a try this time. The switch inside. Here it comes for Romy Ropati. Now the chance for McRae.
To Roger Randall. 2 tries already for him. Intercept. Border Vessels. Another chance, Narka-Drotsky. And it's Van der Berg. The big lock forward with the pace. Lamu. Here's a chance. Flick the pass. And Rayhana gets it.
De Kock. Now chance here for the De Kock. He's gone clean through. What a wonderful scrum half break. That is a cracking try. Working the short side. This is a good run here by Ralph. He's a very elusive player, and it's a great run by the centre, and it's almost tit for tat the way he went through the Bulls' defences there. Good drive by the Bulls. De Kock, Smith, Ulifia, and that's beautiful hands by the Bulls. And it was Marius Wilson who tripped up, and so Olata will take it through and all the way to the posts for the Crusaders. Now, can he take on the opposition? Has he got the pace? The bounce of the ball is critical now. Steyn has it!
Howell in the clear, and Howell should get there. This could get them into all sorts of trouble, and it is going to. Lamu hands it off to Kaiser. Gillingham. Supporters there, and it's a well-taken try by Chad Elcock. Legs up nicely with McLeod. Glenn Nash. That's a super try.
Jeff Wilson got in the way, but Harrison has it for the Brumbies. Stretching out for the line is Noriega, and he's got the try.
4 metres to go. Good line for New South Wales. There's an overlap. They have to score. Dowling. He strolls over. Whittaker. Murray scores. Stroll through. Kefu. Cool heads needed from both sides. Rauluni on the short side. Horan almost through. And Damien Smith gets the try.
On the line, Fleck's got space. He's got plenty of space. Robbie Fleck, it's a chance for the little winger. Paulson's got it. It's a try to the Stormers.
And Stoltz is in again. That's 3. Major. Berryman under the bar. Norm Berryman. Berryman in a big gap. Doesn't have to send the pass away. And Big Norm gets his seconds. Goodbye. Chester Williams doing a great job, but Caleb Ralph's in.
Scott Stanifer, this is a great run from the winger, and he's going to score the opening try. Tia. Philo Tia.
Brosnahan. And the Roo again. Peter Muller. What a brilliant try. Soalo on the outside. Close to the line. That's an outstanding try. Ralph for the corner. And the Crusaders have the lead.
Wants it. Chris Latham, first try. Oh, great work by Herbert. And that was a brilliant move that totally bamboozled the Cats' defence.
It up to McFarlane. Slade McFarlane's in for the try. Supports there from Robinson. And the try, is it to Rod Kafer? Yes, it is. Short side. Roffa. Tony Vula scores a try on Eden Park.
Johnson. He's been on the field for 20 seconds.
What a super try from the Hurricane. Cromfeld again. Cromfeld makes it.
Good line here again for the Waratahs. They have numbers. Jason Little. Welcome back. Spots a gap. Away from Pinkerton. Andrew Martins. He needs support. Now he links up. That's Marshall. And there it is, a great try. McDonald. Great chance for the Waratahs to score their second. There it is for Gray. Berryman with a big step. Can they stop him? No way.
The Cats have really got a chance. Have they chosen the right option? They have. There's the little chip kick onto it. Peter Rousseau. Peter Rousseau is in.
Joining us tonight is the Wallaby coach, Rod McQueen. Rod, I guess for you it's been a little bit of a mixed season because you've seen a couple of your key players injured, but you'll be very pleased to see an Australian side finishing on top of the Super 12.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been terrific. I think Queensland have done a great job. And I've got to say the atmosphere here tonight's terrific. So it's good for Australian rugby. In 91, when we were successful in the World Cup, both Queensland and New South Wales had very good years. And this year I think we've all improved. All three provinces have gone well. Perhaps New South Wales have had their problems, but certainly Queensland's been great, and I think they'll go all the way.
And with me is the injured Queensland captain, David Wilson. Dave, you must be very proud of this side, but you'll be sitting here tonight wishing you could be out on that field playing, and you came close to getting on the field.
Certainly very disappointed not being able to play. The team's performed so well, especially over the last 4 weeks. They thoroughly deserve their spot in the semi-finals, and hopefully they can continue on with a good performance tonight.
The Canterbury Crusaders, the defending champions in the AB Super 12. They won 7 in a row last year to go through and take the championship. 4 on the trot so far as they come to the Reds' home ground. And at the back it's McDonald, Sawalo, Ralph, plenty of speed on the wings, plenty of pace and size in the centres. Crucial, the number 10 and the number 9. They're very experienced, great All Blacks, Mertens and Marshall. And that's a fairly handy forward pack, coached by Wayne Smith.
Foley running on there last. Crowley, have a look for Dan Crowley. There's Damien Smith. Dan Crowley usually likes to break the game up into 20-minute quarters. He has a pretty good rest after about 20 minutes.
Here's the lineup: Lathan, Tune, Smith, Horan and Herbert, Spooner and Raulini, Kefu, Murray, Cobain, and then Connors, War, Crowley, Penaho and Foley. The coach is John Conley.
Nathan Spooner then. The Reds running from the left. Canterbury in a new strip. And there's a huge tackle early on from the Reds.
Last beat, fellas.
And it's a turnover as well, so tremendous hit there as Dan Herbert runs into a solid hit. That was Greg Feek. Reds work at short side. Damien Smith out there. So the Reds forcing an early turnover. And now the backs are set to try something here. Here's Ben Tune. The bounce could favour Tune. Not quite. That's McDonald. And we're back to the 22. Gibson now. Berryman. Great work here from Sualo. Fullback to beat. What a step from Sualo. 2 metres to go. It was just quick hands along the back line. And he didn't release. Crusaders and Marshall. This is Sualo again. The twinkling feet. Sualo. Again, Latham stops him in his tracks. Gardner. The Reds on their knees here. Can they regroup? Berryman. Again, Latham in for the tackle. 2 try savers from the Reds fullback. Here's Marshall. This is Hammonds. Queensland holding on. Marshall again. Here come the numbers. And the try opens up for Greg Feek. Steady build-up by the Reds. Tune. He's swapped. 18 metres out. So this can close the gap to just 2. Canterbury will feel as though they haven't done themselves a lot of justice with all of that pressure and territory and possession in the first 15 minutes. Spooner. The crowd told you. Back now for Rauluni. Dan Crowley comes in to lend assistance. There's a big kick from Spooner. They play on quickly. McDonald now hoists and follows. Here's Latham. They weren't back for 10 metres. Chris Latham. Superb counter from the Reds fullback. Reds drive low and secure possession again. Spooner. And there's that familiar kick towards touch. Doesn't get the bounce he wanted. Horan. Marshall goes in. Mertens. Straight through for Gibson. Fullback to beats. Ralph's outside. Another mix-up in midfield by the Reds defence. Here's Spooner again. Back for Herbert. He's beaten 3. Murray. Now the Reds assenting a 5-pointer. Rauluni. Jacob Rauluni almost through. Just caught by Maxwell.
Last street with me.
Cleared by Foley. Here's Herbert again. Pinched by the Crusaders. Quick hands. And the referee awards a penalty to the Reds. The Reds in front through the boot of Nathan Spooner. 2 penalty goals to a Greg Feek try. 12 from halfway. Mertens spots a gap. Sualo. He is slippery. He's pulled down after he kicked it. Touch judges come in here. There seem to be some late obstruction.
Penalty on the 15 for Crusaders. Give me the mark. Who hit him late? Johnny? 9 red.
Can Mertens take advantage for the Crusaders? They are the Super 12 champions. Finally, he gets the target. So the Crusaders are back in the lead. Spooner shows the ball, flicks it back inside. Crowley comes up with it. Rauluni now. Reds lost ahead. Crusaders now counter-attacking. They have an overlap. Bad pass. It went back. Here's Carisbrook. What a step. 3-on-1. McDonald. Ralph. Horan from behind. And Carisbrook gets the second try for the Crusaders from their own goal line. Mertens on the short side. He's probed. Beats another weak tackle. Cobain saves the day.
From your side, Black, from your side.
So a lot of missed first-time tackles from the Reds tonight. Probably more than they've done in the whole year. Here's Carisbrook. Ball travel backwards. Ralph takes on Horan. Great charge there from Gardner, who threw forward. Panaho opposed to Greg Feek on this side of the scrum. Spooner then. Ben Tune's in the line. Just took his eye off the ball. 35 seconds left on the clock. Here's the kick for Damien Smith. Up he goes. Gardner came in. Pinched by the Crusaders. The referee said it was out and okay. And Marshall thumps it downfield for Latham. 10 from halfway. Latham follows McDonald, his opposite number. Latham wraps him up. But McDonald driven forward by teammates.
From the air.
There's the half-time hooter. We'll wait for the referee. He looks at his clock.
Is that a hooter? Yeah. Yeah, he confirms. Let's go, guys.
And that is half-time. Andrew Mertens starts the second half. This is the championship period just after the break. The Reds are trailing by 9. And some neat skills there again by Caleb Ralph. He's a sensational player. Been in the New Zealand 7 side since 1995. Latham caught by Ralph, but he made 10 metres. Queensland Reds through Rauluni now. Horan's gone right. This is bounced into space. And McDonald. Back with Nathan Spooner. All the time in the world here. Just keeping the ball in play. Justin Marshall. His left thigh strapped. He'll try and land that one down towards the touchline. And this is Chris Latham. Norm Berriman in front. Latham waits it sweetly. Surridge couldn't hold on. Marshall in a spot of bother here. Big bother. The whole Queensland forward pack.
Place it. Stay on now. Advantage, 21 off the scrum.
There comes Daniel Herbert. Full back, but
number 21.
Players breaking early.
And you tackle.
Big kick here for Nathan Spooner. He's striking the ball superbly. That's his third penalty goal. And I think a deep breath for all Queensland and Australian supporters as the Reds now trail by just 6. Rauluni again. Connors juggles. Almost through. What determination from Mark Connors. Again a steady build-up from the Reds. That's Cobain. Foley arrives. They're retaining possession here. Spooner again. Surridge tries to hold him up. And playing the ball on the ground there by the Crusaders. It is within kicking range. Big pressure kick. He did it superbly. Well, he's been a bit of a bogeyman for the Crusaders, Nathan Spooner. He kicked 5 penalties and 3 conversions in the round robin. And that one's gone too far. Here's Latham. He counters. Thump. Mertens. That's a wild pass to no one. An absolute Barry Crocker. Panaho. Mark Murray. Supported there by Panaho again. Here's Spooner. Sowalo there. McDonald. Defence is good from the Reds. They're not missing those first-time tackles. And there's a turnover. That man was offside.
You can't come in from that side. Offside, go back.
Todd Blackadder was in at scrum half of the Reds. So this one is nearly 40 metres out. Ball just a little on the heavy side. Spooner strikes it well again. Sensational. 5 penalty goals to Nathan Spooner as the Reds draw level. Norm Maxwell Bit of a gridiron pass, his feet cleared it. Here's Berryman. Dangerous kick for Soalo. Latham in the last line. So into a bit of space there for the Crusaders. And Norm Berryman hasn't seen too much possession tonight. Marshall goes in. Now Mertens. Gibson. Reuben Thorne. Crowley trying to pick it up.
On your feet now.
Well, the ruck had formed. So Mertens, the big match man, steers it wide. No, the flags are up. Gee, that was a delayed reaction. The Crusaders now threatening. Here's Blackadder. Good charge from him. He's made 5 or 6. Big pass from Berryman to Gibson. Mertens! Soalo now. Horan's there. And the mark is paid just inside the touchline. Off the side of his boot. Still back to halfway though. Norm Berryman's here. Plenty of Queensland defenders. Carisbrook, bounce. Goes his way. And flung into touch on the far side. Latham's out there. Reds have men on the right.
Queensland have to punch it up in the forwards.
Here they go now. That's Benjun. Desperate defence here from the Crusaders. Kefu. Little kick. Tolai Kefu inside the quarter. He's the number 8. Play on, says the referee. The Crusaders come away. And Justin Marshall gets a desperate touch outside the quarter. Justin Marshall to Mertens. There's a good overlap here. This is Robertson. Pass behind the man for Berryman now. Big chance here for McDonald with Ralph outside. McDonald still going. Carisbrook knocked on. Here's Marshall and Mertens. Gibson couldn't get away from Horan. Crusaders control it again. Mertens again. Here's Soalo. Williams. Couldn't put him to ground. There it is for McDonald. A missed tackle again. The Reds have to score twice. Mertens has hooked it just across the face of goal. Here's Chris Latham, 10 from halfway. It's all or nothing now for the Reds. Mertens again. Didn't show a lot of conviction to that ball. Maxwell came in to wrap up. And that's a penalty to the Reds. Here they come. A grandstand finish here. The Reds desperately need this one. So still they have to score twice. 8 points the difference with 4.5 to go.
Interesting to see what they do here. The money ball is going to the 2-man and just play it between the 5-metre line and the sideline. I don't think they'll go to Maxwell.
Taken by Thorne at the back. This is Feet, the try scorer. The Crusaders now looking to hammer in a big nail. They lead by 8. Soalo, so slippery. Surridge has had a huge game for the Crusaders, and Robertson gets try number 4 to send the Reds packing in Super 12.99. So Mertens pushes it to the right, but the Crusaders are through to the final. Will it be in Dunedin or will it be in Cape Town? They'll find out tomorrow when the match is decided at Newlands. Here's Daniel Herbert now to Spooner and Horan. There's a try for the Reds, a consolation. Tim Horan gets his first try of the season.
They needed to do this early. They were creative and then got the flow. Herbert has been so solid all year. Spooner and picking up Horan coming on the angle. And once again, Tim Horan shows what a force he is in world rugby.
So that brings it back to 28-22. A converted try could still win it for the Reds. The problem is there's 30 seconds to go. Here's Todai Kepu. The Reds trailing by 6. Here they go now through Latham. Latham paddles ahead. And a little knock on.
Well, that was the wrong option for Chris Latham.
It's all over. The Queensland Reds on their home turf have been beaten by a very committed opponent here tonight. The Crusaders scoring 4 tries to 1.
Well, Tim Horan, the Crusaders have spoilt your party.
Yeah, they played very well, especially their first 10 or 15 minutes. They put a lot of pressure on us, and you know, it's obviously very disappointing for us. We've come so far, but you know, sort of finishing top really doesn't give you much advantage apart from home ground advantage. So yeah, they played very well, and good luck to them in the final.
Todd Blackadder, you hadn't beat Queensland in Super 12 here before today. How sweet is this?
It's just great, you know. We certainly knew we were up against it, and we knew our track record here at Ballymore wasn't too great, and we just wanted to get that right tonight, and we had everything to play for, and that was a semi-final spot.
Your defence was great, only that try to Tim Horan by the Reds, and you scored some yourself. Yeah, it was good. We really worked hard on our D. We sort of knew what Queensland would do. They knew they'd hit us with Daniel Herbert and through the forwards, and our D stood up. It was just great.
A chance to host the final awaits one of these two teams here at Newlands tonight. There's a quick look at the Otago Highlanders, and 3 changes from the team that played last weekend against the Hurricanes. Brendan Laney returns to the wing after injury. Tony Brown is back after missing the Hurricanes game, and Esi Taulamaka makes the starting 15 after coming off the bench last weekend. And let's have a look at the Stormers. Just 3 of this side. Leonard Boom and Kempson played against the Highlanders in Dunedin in week 3 of the competition. Alan Solomon's made his controversial call to rest key players. Many of this team will play for the Springboks this season, with the inside-back combination of Fleck and Marinos prime contenders, while the word is that Kobus Vasaki could also get the call at prop, and the team captain is Corne Kreka, number 6. Here they come, the Otago Highlanders. Tony Brown there back in the side, Josh Kronfeld. Jeff Wilson is the last man out. I'm sure he'll play a big part, as will Tane Randall. And they've been very calm and collected in their approach to this game. They really have built a huge following in the last 6 weeks. This is the 6th consecutive weekend there's been a sellout here at Newlands. Peter Marshall signals time on. Away we go with Bram van Stratum. Early touch for Tony Brown, and Esi Taulamaka making a start tonight inside the 22 still. Carl Hoft keen to keep the ball in hand early. Callagher. Ball still in control of the Highlanders. Now it's away for Brown. He was standing outside his 22, and he's just overcooked it a tad. Waiting his halfback Funsale. Now Van Stratum dragged down, and a good tackle by Kronfeld. They like the physical stuff, do the Stormers. Now Funsale again. Marker goes low on him. Goal line just 15 metres away. Marinos. Big defence again by the Highlanders, being called upon to make some tackles, but somebody hooked their hand in there. 144 points in Super 12 this season. Van Straten, and the Stormers come up with the first points of the game and lead by 3-0. Controlled again by the Stormers. Tradesman hands it back for Funsale. Wilson having to stretch across. He's got it well under control though, and is well handled across the touchline by Brayton Polser, and also Robbie Brick there, number 7, quickly thrown in. Looking to play the game at pace, the Stormers. Funsale off to Brink again, runs into Randall, 10-metre line, but again the Highlanders were offside. That's 150 points for the season for Brown van Straten. 2 penalty goals in the first 4 minutes as the Stormers lead by 6-0. Haven't had much more to play with yet, the Highlanders. There's terrific work from Selborne Boom. This very promising young lock forward. But once again, the Stormers in possession. Van Straten outside his 22, but not looking near the touchline. Down as far as Brian Lima. Now he'll bring this back, and they'll try and get some continuity in their play if possible. That's the 10-metre line in Highlanders territory as Kelleher digs in. Now Brown, Wilson looking to join in, does so. Randall, intercept! Brayden Polser. Not this time, but Brayden Polser with the opening try. Well, that's delay of putting the ball in, and he's rightly been given the free kick. Here's Marker. 15 out from the 22, almost in centre field. Kelleher hands it off to Case Muse, slips it to Cronfeld. He in turn finds Anton Oliver. Good burst from Oliver as they get near the 22. Now Kelleher to Brown, slips it to Alatini into the gap, and just can't link up with Brendan Laney, and threw it forward. But there's the danger of Peter Alatini. And so Byron Kelleher does just that, pushing it down as far as Montgomery. Just swirling around in the breeze a bit. Off to Rousseau, chased by Laney. Wants to open it up. It runs into Houghton. Cronfeld is there too. Carried on by Boom. Now it's nicely set for Van Straten. Wilson is inside his 22. He might have to come outside his 22. Ball lost forward by the Highlanders, so he's playing advantage, Peter Marshall. Kelleher now for Brown. It's Road Party. Here's a chance. Looking on the inside for Lima. Kick and chase. Montgomery held his ground, but Lima still going ahead of Leonard. Leonard and Lima. And let's see what the callers try given. Well, Brian Lima, terrific. Tony Brown stays away to the right, so not converted the Lima try. Some solid work, and this could be turned over. It is now. Kelleher away for Tony Brown. Slips it. Alatini, he was taken out. You could almost say penalty try there. Alatini, I think the line might have been open. The referee's got to give a penalty. Brown adds the regulation 3. Should have been 7, but they'll take the 3 for the moment. That's the 22-metre line. They're right in centre field. Brown to Randall on the inside. Cronfeld is with him. It's going to come again for Byron Kelleher. This time it's Case Muse. Happy to take them on too. They're making 10 metres each time. Now Laney. Brendan Laney. Close to the line. Tried to roll over.
Hold up.
And he was held up. The referee was right there. Now here goes Isitola. Marker, strong surge. They get in behind him. Just a couple of metres short.
There it is. It's right.
Kelleher desperate to release this. Now Byron Kelleher slips through, and Kelleher gets his 6th try of the season. The crowd has been silenced. 13 points to 11, the Highlanders, and the Stormers being made to pay for having a man in the bin as Brown's conversion is over. 15 points to 11. Still time to go in the first half, almost to the 10-metre line. Now Kelleher away to Brown. Wilson is in too, almost through. Jeff Wilson now delivers to Laney. Over the head of Montgomery. Laney is a long way away, and Montgomery with all the time in the world. down as far as Tony Brown. Links up with Byron Kelleher. Strong run by the little halfback. And it takes a few of them. And in fact, there's a dangerous tackle. Flying at him without any attempt to make a tackle. Got to try and use the arms in the tackle. Tipped down by Timmins. Marker, 10-metre line. Release now for Kelleher. Brown starting to call the shots. Alatini slips a beautiful pass. Roby Ropati. This will be a super try when he finally scores it, which he'll do right now. Romy Ropati.
Lovely, expressive Highlander rugby.
Brown adds the extra 2. 22 points to 11 after being down 11 points to 0.
Okay, ball's out.
Okay, says Peter Marshall, as the Highlanders get it back. They might be happy to put this into touch and go to the break with a handy lead. Keller has Laney backing away, but it's going to be Jeff Wilson to make the kick. Not out though. Now Rousseau. Last chance perhaps. Peter Rousseau slips the pass to Posa. Brayton Posa and Chalmeret. Oh dear me. The ball should have been kicked out. And the Stormers come back just on half-time. Conversion has landed, and that is the end of the first half. Tane Randall and his side will go to the break, but just leading by 4 points. 4-point advantage for the Highlanders as we turn and play the second 40 minutes. Peter Marshall signals time on. Tony Brown's kick is too far. Bad start.
Backline split.
No changes since the break. Van Stratum. Carried on by Van Sale. Driven down by Kelleher, who really has hounded his opposite all day on a Saturday evening in Cape Town. Van Sale. 15 out from the 22. Van Sale back on his feet, ready to deliver the pass. Montgomery goes in close. Now Van Sale again for Van Straten. Chase coming here from Rousseau, but Wilson has it well covered. Brown takes it quickly. Off to Isitola Maka. Carried on by Case Mew, showing that explosive running that he has. Releases now for Kelleher. Tane Randall's had a good game. Slips the pass to Josh Kronfeld. Looking for the support. Gets it from Brown. Randall's linking again. Kelleher with a strong bend. Look at him go. Now releases up for Brendan Laney. Laney close and just dragged down. Wonderful play by the Highlanders. Van Sale with the clearance. Laney waits. Immediately release to Wilson. Slips away from a couple of them. Can't quite find the support, but the ball is there for Marker to charge again to near the 22. There it is for Kelleher. Kronfeld lets it go for Brown. Cleverly holds it up for Anton Oliver near the 22. Now starting to get back into the groove. Kronfeld runs hard, and the kick and chase from Kronfeld, but he won't have the pace to beat Robbie Fleck. Now Kelleher, they really are playing with confidence as it runs away, but and he's offside. Hasn't heard the whistle, Andy Marinos, and he'll find that he was offside. Now this is the guy that was quoted in the paper this morning as being the player's spokesman when all this nonsense emerged about the match fees. Andy Marinos. Certainly get the distance okay, and that's accurate too from Tony Brown. First points of the second half, 25 points to 18.
I thought he caught the ball, hit the deck, left it on the deck and stood up and cleared it like a halfback does.
Hello, there's trouble coming here. Wayne Erickson has seen something happening in the front row. There was a reaction from Charles Maria. Let's have a look and have a listen.
Number 3, White, threw a punch at an opponent. Penalty there into the sin bin. Number 3, White.
3 White. 3 White. Number 3. Thanks, Gus. Cool, thanks. He's going to the bin.
Yeah, there's a retaliation. Thanks for saying
It was
that.
punch. You're going to the bin for 5 minutes, or 10 minutes.
You just
Okay.
what's the headbutt?
We didn't see it. Sorry. Way you go.
Well, you heard what he said. Case Mew said that he got headbutted and he retaliated.
Should I go?
So some thinking for the Highlanders to do now with their prop off. They'll have to get Joe McTurnell on for the scrums, but they'll have to lose another player. So here is Bram van Straten. Looks pretty useful. Wilson needs to get a hold of it as quickly as possible, and he does. And Laney's going to open it up from inside the 22. And in the end, a good kick. They play on with Montgomery to Leonard. Just in Highlanders territory, Van Sale. Holding back was Isi Tolamaka. Easily through the first, through the second. Very strong game from the big fellow at number 8. Carried on by Randall.
Leave it 6, Black.
Taken out now by Kelleher for Brown. Montgomery skipping towards it from inside his 22. And a good clearance from Montgomery. No, it's in fact not out, so they keep going with Kelleher. Randall slips the pass. Here's Lima. Brian Lima looking for his support and gets it too from Ropati. Ball tipped back by a Stormers player. Now Maria. And lost forward by the Stormers.
Absolutely, Stormers obviously taking the opportunity to put the heat on.
Randall goes to number 8 and delivers to Kelleher. Here's Lima in from the left wing once again. Kelleher feeds it up to Oliver. Looking to straighten Anton Oliver. 15 metres out.
There one. There one. Move your legs.
Now Kelleher once more. No room, no one out to the left. You can see Brian Lima, number 11, lurking in midfield. And the Stormers are offside again. Pretty good again from Tony Brown. Another excellent kick from the first 5/8. The second penalty goal in the second half. Forwards working magnificently for the Highlanders. Laney down as far as Van Sale. Out to Montgomery in midfield. Looking to get a counter-attack going. Got away from Alatini. Now they've got an opportunity out wide. Pulsar ducks under a high one from Ropati. Hands it back now for Marinos. Montgomery still alive. 10 metres out from the line. Throwing everything at it here. But getting driven off the ball. Now finally Van Sale arrives. And throws a shocking pass. And it's against the Highlanders, the penalty.
And offside.
I think he's right too, Murray. A try now. Remember, the Highlanders are down to 14 players. Could be crucial in the game.
It's a very accurate, brief synopsis, I thought. If they score here, they'll certainly be back in the game.
That's the goal line. Very close indeed. Van Sale. Montgomery's in close. Van Straten. Van Sale again. Vasaki. Kobus Vasaki. Finally gets it to ground. Now a dive by Van Sale, but driven strongly back in the tackle. Montgomery. Still got a chance out wide. But a big tackle by Brian Lima.
Cheers, guys.
Well, he sorted it out, as Peter Marshall.
Up, thanks.
So now, obviously, with the time since the penalty, the objective would be probably to kick it to touch and have another line out.
Behind him!
No,
Behind him!
it's a set move.
Yeah, with a free kick, I don't think you get the line out, Murray. This is a free kick.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Corne Krika, running interference there all over the place. Very slowly for Van Sale, left it behind. And away he goes again, running sideways. Getting back as Kronfeld in defence. Decides to send it off to Lima and stays in support, Kronfeld. And hands it off to Pulsar. Gave it away to the opposition. Now they can go again. Fleck. He's got a big lineup out wide. Peter Rousseau. Pops it for Maria. Van Straten. Having another go is Corne Krika. 15 metres out from the line. Highlanders have managed to reassemble their defences. Russo going back the other way though. Oh, gap almost opens up for him. Now Van Straten, they must score surely. Tony Brown makes a huge head-on tackle.
Perhaps a little chip kick was about the only other option.
Quickly thrown by the Highlanders. They're happy to keep the game going at pace. Alatini up for Marker. Another storming run from Isitola. Marker sends it away to Wilson. Now the kick and chase is on. Pulsar having to get back, and that's going to be a 5-metre scrum. Now Van Sale, Van Straten, Marinos, not running with any real conviction out of midfield though, the Stormers. Taken away, Wilson slips it to Kelleher, opens up for Byron Kelleher, and what a pass to Laney, and he gets it back in field, and isn't that appropriate? Just fading away, but a 15-point lead. Kelleher stretches in. John Blakey stretching almost. He's only got one first-class try in about 80 matches, and he very nearly had two. And that's it. The Highlanders are in the final of Super 12 against the Crusaders.
The Stormers came out really well, fired up. We knew that was going to happen. We hoped to meet it, but they got some good early points. But we got back into the game, and we're pretty happy with the result.
I think they really played well. They put us under pressure, and we're a little disappointed. We would love to have a final at Newlands, but it wasn't our day. I think we tried, we gave it our best shot, but they were just better on the day.
Side have experience of a Super 12 final, 8 for the Crusaders and Caleb Ralph for the Blues last year. Wayne Smith has stayed with the lineup that started in Brisbane, but the great strength of this team is depth. Angus Gardner is preferred to Scott Robertson, who'll join the game at some stage, while the young Tyros, Somerville and Feek face their toughest test of the season. And Todd Blackadder, number 4, is the Crusaders captain, but there is real strength on the bench. Scott Robertson there, number 21. He'll be on at some stage for sure. And also, of course, Con Barrell, the former All Black prop, and the coach, Wayne Smith, for the Crusaders. Like the Crusaders, the Highlanders will field the same starting 15 as last week. Since then, of course, 3 of these players, Alatini, Brown and Kelleher, have made the All Black squad, joining established stars Wilson, Cronfeld, Muse, Hoft, Oliver and Randall. A big day for Isitola Marker, who was surprisingly omitted from the All Black squad. He has a real point to prove, and Tane Randall captains the Highlanders. And again, a very strong bench. Players like Kelvin Middleton and Joe McDonnell with a coach, Tony Gilbert. 40-year-old Andre Watson from Benoni in Eastern Province of South Africa is the referee for the Super 12 final of 1999. Mark Lawrence and Jonathan Kaplan, 2 other South Africans on the sideline.
All right, here we go.
Super 12 final, 1999, and the party at Tony Brown's house is underway. Taken down immediately by the Crusaders from their own kickoff. This is Todd Blackadder, 15 out for the 22. Marshall off to Surridge, back again to Marshall. Mertens loses his footing as Gibson goes forward. And it's snaffled away by the Highlanders. Randall standing wide. They're 10 out from their own 22. Just looking to settle it. And the pass will go to Wilson. And he will indeed settle it with the long kick downfield to his opposite number, Leon McDonald. And this is an excellent wiper's kick as Lima has to get back. And he'll make sure of his touch, Brian Lima, and we'll go to the first set play of the game, which will be a line-out.
First points to the Crusaders. What a start from their own kick-off. Recovered possession. Highlanders turned it over, but look where it's finished. 24 metres out from the Highlanders line. Crusaders ball, a great attacking opportunity.
So Mark Hammett with the first throw. Blackadder in close. Line out throwing all important in the game. Going towards the back for Reuben Thorne. Marshall for Mertens.
Advantage blue.
Ball lost by the Crusaders. And so the Highlanders have it through Carl Hoft. Referee playing advantage. Essie Tola Marcus smashes it another 5 metres. Look at the runners powerfully in. Almost to the 10-metre line. Now Kelleher away for Brown. Nice little touch here from Tony Brown. McDonald, though, anticipating well. Frenetic start to the game. Marshall, Mertens, getting Wilson to stretch. And if he called for a mark, nobody would have heard it. Now it's McDonald. He's had plenty to do in the first couple of minutes. 5 metres on the Highlanders side of halfway. Marshall, dummy run coming from Thorne. Berryman shovels it across to Caleb Ralph. Big defence though. Marshall again for Norm Berryman. Drops it onto the foot. Randall does brilliantly. Sets it away for Laney. Mertens anticipating well. Looking to set it up for Surridge. This is Angus Gardner. And it's another line-out.
Well, we've seen some early nerves in this game. Kickers not quite timing their kicks well. The ball going loose there, but one thing we have seen is commitment in the tackle.
Quickly thrown for Brendan Timmins on the Highlanders side. Anton Oliver. Kelleher, beautiful pass to Brown. Bit more pressure this time. Alatini bearing down. Excellently taken by Leon McDonald. Just 21 years of age. And, well, Smithy's on the sideline. Can you hear anything, Smithy?
Well, it's very hard in this boat, but I just picked up the throw to me then. I can tell you that ground conditions, generally a little bit slippery in the cricket pitch area, but the body of the ground is in perfect condition. The wind favours the Crusaders slightly. The kicking duel that McDonald won, that tells the story of the early breeze.
Here's another kick from Brown, and the whistle is gone. It's offside play, and I think it's against number 4. That's Todd Blackadder, the Crusaders captain.
So into Andre Watson. I was just looking at that beautiful kick by Tony Brown. Would have put great pressure. It's a pity he didn't play it a little bit longer to see if there was an advantage.
Yes, I agree with you, Murray. It looked as though I think Hammett may have been the man out wide there. The pressure could have been put on him. But interesting to see Tony Brown now having a shot at goal. Kevin Glow, Tony Gilbert there looking on. Tony Brown here, it's a big shot at goal. And Smithy mentioned about the wind. It's probably more of a cross breeze, I think. And I would think Tony Brown would have a lot of difficulty with the distance. But who knows? In a final situation like that, the adrenaline's going. And that extra distance may come in on a day like this.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg, from the sideline. To me, he's kicking almost straight into it. And that is going to be a huge kick if he gets it over. A huge boost for his confidence and that of the locals, but a real challenge.
Yes, Smithy, if he does do it, I would be, it'd be a tremendous kick indeed.
And if he doesn't, of course, it's a great attacking opportunity.
First scoring opportunity of the game. He's put it right up there and just underneath. Made terrific contact, Tony Brown. And so the first kick goes astray. 0-0 in the game. TAB had real problems separating these two sides. The late money on the Otago Highlanders, they're $1.80, and the Crusaders $1.90. Nothing in this game at all, as Mertens claims it just out from the 22. And it's turned into a bit of a kicking duel early on. Brown will kick again, and he's overdone it by a long way.
Yes, well, that's the assistance of the breeze, as Ian Smith was talking about, just pushing it across the touchline. Tony Brown not quite hitting it nicely. but he would be reasonably happy with that first shot at goal because he did time it well, and timing is key in these big games. Yes, you want to land them, but you want to make sure your technique is sound. Technique will be sound if you're handling the pressure.
Well, absolutely, but what has been remarkable, there have been no nerves in this game to date. The accuracy has been very, very obvious.
The one against the throw as Timmins tips it on the Highlanders side. Here's Alatini, just named in the All Black squad this week.
Last feet.
Esi Tolamaka.
Get out of it.
Kelleher off a nice platform for Brown. Puts plenty into that. And McDonald's just mistimed it a little, but he's got time on his side. Down as far as Marker. Now Wilson. Indecision. Look at that. Brilliant play. Must be the opening try here. Laney. 10 metres out. There was no defence back there for the Crusaders, but they got in there in a hurry. Now Wilson. Kronfeld. 10 metres out. And it's a penalty.
Get on your feet.
Let's give a bit of credit to Andrew Mertens there. He held his defensive line particularly well on Wilson.
First points of the final. Well, the party's at Tony Brown's house, so it's appropriate, no doubt, that he scores the first points.
Well, it's a classic final, isn't it? There's so much tension here, and you can see it on the eyes of the players, on the faces of the players. This is Tolamaka looking for a big one today.
Mertens goes short. Gardner was up there disputing possession. Kronfeld off to Wilson. Real danger man. Grabbed by Somerville. Jeff Wilson had a quiet one in Cape Town last weekend. I think he's ready to explode on Carisbrook today. Here's Brendan Laney. Slides off the side of the boot. And for the umpteenth time, Leon McDonald takes a high kick. Now Mertens looking to get it started out to the right. Showing his pace, Mertens. Lemar having to get back. 22-metre line just to the right. And the ball was held in by the Highlanders.
That breeze just at present has died considerably, so I don't think Mertens will have too much trouble with distance here.
Beautifully struck by Andrew Mertens. So they've exchanged penalty goals in the early stages, and it's 3-3. Norm Berryman there played on the wing in the final last year against the Blues. Norman Maxwell. That's the 10-metre line in the Highlanders territory.
Well, everybody can see the effort being put in by the Crusaders on the drive. That was the intent before the line out, before Maxwell took it.
Mertens straight across for Daryl Gibson. Tony Brown is in there, though, not afraid to make a tackle. Excellent work by Kronfeld. That's what it's all about for the loose forwards. Ripped it away, and the Highlanders have it. Now he takes the first pass. Heads back the other way. But Kelleher now able to free it up for Brown. For Alatini. Maxwell and Surridge were there together.
There's no way through.
Nicely recycled, though, Brown. Mertens was waiting back. Laney. Brendan Laney played half of Super 12 games at fullback for the Highlanders last year. So it's not an unfamiliar position to him.
Tony Brown, good defence there, coming in strongly on Daryl Gibson. Daryl Gibson's been in fine form lately, but look at Kronfeld there. A world-class flanker doing his job well.
It's a superb piece of camera work, wasn't it, to highlight the obvious job of an open side flanker. Get to the breakdown quickly, rip the ball free before the opposition arrives, and that's what he did.
Greg Somerville ready to assist. Tipping it is Thorne for Blackadder. Feek. On it goes to Mertens. Quickly through to Gibson. As the Crusaders attempt to move the Somerville, who's made giant strides this season. Marshall off to Berryman, looking to get in close. Slips it beautifully. Got a chance here. Reuben Thorne. They're 15 metres out from the line. Blackadder has to tidy up as Justin Marshall overran it. Now he sets them sail again. Mertens. Oh, big defence. Randall hitting hard. As Marshall digs it out again. Now Soalo, danger man. Wilson hacks it ahead. First scrum of the game, 16 minutes it's taken. Kelleher for Brown, opening it up for Laney, keeps it alive. And in the end he hacks it out. Brave stuff from the Highlanders, 10 metres out from their own line.
Both these sides obviously playing great teamwork here, great teamwork, but we are seeing some individual skills. A nice little touch by Brendan Laney. He was a bit unlucky here. Went off the side of his foot, but a lovely little run we saw from Norman Berryman. So elusive before, and a bit of power also shown by Marshall. So handy if you've got a halfback with power like that.
Blackadder drags it down for the Crusaders. Attacking, they continue. Over the top goes Gardner's pass to Gibson. Berryman. McDonald is flattened by Ropati. Advantage being played. There's advantage there too. Marshall. Gibson standing out on the right wing side. He's not unused to that. But the advantage is of no use to the Crusaders, so the penalty will be taken. Chance for the Crusaders to hit the front for the first time. Second penalty for Andrew Mertens, and it's the Crusaders ahead by 6-3. Isitola Maka, they've got him well covered off the back of the scrum. Kelleher for Brown, Alatini, Wilson's in again, just about. Laney, Cronfeld, 50 metres out the Highlanders. Case Muse calling for it. He got the pass too from Kelleher. Now it's off to Laney, to Brown. Ropati has a crack in midfield. Angus Gardner's in there trying to wrench it clear. Now they've got it again. Laney's drop kick.
Look at the defence. It is there. The Highlanders are flat. Laney got 3.
It was a great facet of play, though. We saw the Highlanders hitting the back line at pace, hitting the angles and really pushing, breaking that advantage line through clever use of the ball. And yet the defence was equal to it.
Taken down by Brendan Timmins from the restart. 6 points apiece as the centering kick is made by Brown. Soalo. Plenty of time. Danger too if he gets an opportunity.
Well, that was actually very accurate of Watson, because it was certainly a tackle ball situation, so there was no offside line. And obviously it was Soalo who kept the ball on the deck, held the ball, didn't release it.
He'll get the distance this time. So the Highlanders back in front in the Super 12 final. Now Kelleher, Wilson coming in. Justin Marshall was screaming, Wilson, Wilson. He could see the blind side was going to be used. Now here is Case Muse. Referee playing at advantage. 10-metre line, Crusaders territory. Brown to Alatini. Here's Ropati. Looking for Laney. And just couldn't quite get the pass back inside. Terrific break by Romy Ropati.
It was great defence.
Big throw by Hammett, and he found Thorne as the Crusaders try and control this, just 10 metres out from their own line. 13 minutes out from half-time.
Keep it going, number 9, keep it going.
It's a tight final as we expected.
Keep it going. Use it now.
They've been told to use it. So Marshall does just that. Mertens challenged by Cronfeld. Straight across to Lima. Beautiful hands. Brian Lima. Held up by Darryl Lilly. Big chance here for the Highlanders. There it is for Kelleher. Oliver drags a few with him. Marker has a go at the line. He can't get there. Kelleher
Lima! He's got it down. Brian Lima, first try of the final.
Here's Brian Lima, he goes in. Let's see if there's enough force down on this ball. Here it goes. There's probably enough there, I would say. And a fair try to the Highlanders.
Yes, I'd certainly award it.
8-point lead, 11 minutes out from half-time. So the deadlock has been broken. We've had the first try. Here's Marker, rampaging to the 10-metre line. Now Kelleher, bit slow, caught from behind by Ralph. Gibson, as the Crusaders look to fight back.
Well, let's have a look here. The Crusaders and the Canterbury teams over recent years, very good at scoring from here. In fact, in Super 12 last year, I think the Crusaders scored from virtually every time they got within 5 metres of the line in a line-out. Let's see how the Highlanders go here.
Hammett with the throw. Thorne has controlled it. 5 metres out from the line. Well and truly controlled in there. Highlanders looking to hold them up. Getting close to the line. And burrowing through.
No. Come back,
And Andre Watson in excellent position.
And it was a loss. Blue ball. Go back in there.
Bad decision. Certainly a bad decision. They didn't make the goal line and the ball came back in the ruck. It had to be a 5-metre scrum. Or in fact, a 2-metre scrum, Crusaders ball.
Big scrum, isn't it? All Black front row against those pushing for the positions.
Stay on, Red.
Byron Keller showing his extreme strength. My word, he did that well.
Well, I mentioned before when Marshall used his strength to drive forward in a very difficult situation. Kelleher, of course, a rather similar player, strong enough to shrug off the tackle and make that advantage line. This time, obviously, desperation, wanting to clear the ball. But once again, it's Crusaders' ball into this line-out. Once again, it's a good attacking opportunity from this set play.
Tipped by Thorne for Blackadder, quickly to Marshall. Marker can't hang on to him. Justin Marshall deep inside the 22.
Keep on line this side.
And it's another penalty. They're coming thick and fast to the Crusaders. Regulation penalty goal by Andrew Mertens. So it's a 5-point ball game in the final. Brown giving his forwards a good opportunity. Marshall delivers quickly for Mertens. Lilly. Berryman wasn't quite expecting the pass. Kronfeld tries to give it to Kelleher. And the advantage
Got it. Thanks.
won't apply as they go back to the scrum.
What a knock on.
There was an opportunity to the left for the Crusaders. But Berryman looked as though he wasn't quite expecting the pass from Daryl Lilly.
And they're dangerous, aren't they? Lilly is a very good attacker from the back. He's got great vision. He summed it up, but maybe Berryman looked to see where the gap was. Stopped. Ball went loose there.
Marker. Away for Wilson. Brown. Row party to Lima. Lima strong on the left wing side.
He's fine. He's on the tackle.
Terrific work by Angus Gardner. As bringing it out was Marshall, back to Lilly, and he unloads his kick pretty quickly, and that spells the end of the first half. What a terrific half it's been too of the Super 12 final. Just the one try in it at the break, and that separates the two teams as the Highlanders lead by 14-9. Everything to play for in the last 40 minutes of the Super 12 season. Scott Robertson is on the field for the Crusaders. Leon McDonald has gone for the day, so Daryl Lilly will stay at fullback. Second half is underway with the Highlanders leading at the break by 14 points to 9, and Marshall takes the kick-off, hands off immediately to Surridge. And the Crusaders, who enjoyed quite a territorial advantage in the first half, and get it to Mertens. Again, it's Isi Tolamaka who stays back along with Jeff Wilson. Tries to drift it in behind, but Lilly's in good position again. As we saw at the start of the game, it's a kicking duel at the start of the second half. Here's Laney, and Brendan Laney sends them to the first line out of the second spell.
Yes, and again, the kicking duel going in the favour of the Crusaders. And for the Highlanders, they will want to make sure that they don't let the Crusaders in too early, because this is about the time that we've seen the Crusaders machine start to roll.
Yes, they have been a second-half team, no doubt about it. Well, the feature of the first half, to me, was a steady supply of possession from both packs throughout. The speed of clearance, allowing the ball to get out wide.
Scott Robertson at the back, number 21. It's against the throw. There's been a few of those in the game. And the Crusaders concede a scrum. Very few scrums in the first half of the game. So quite difficult, really, to see what's going on in the front row. Wayne Smith. And again, Blackadder. Well, he might have been slightly interfered with too.
Yes, it looked like a bit of interference from Timmins at the top of the jump there.
Gallagher pushing it down towards halfway. Caleb Ralph comes forward to meet it. It's in the hands, though, of Isitola Marker. Chance here for the Highlanders. As Gallagher frees it away to Brown. Now Rowe Party, one clean break so far from Rowe Party, but Wilson is taken down by Berryman and Gibson.
It's the ball, fellas.
Kronfeld is in there, ferreting for it. Now Brown, no second line near the 22, but Lilly gets back as Alatini challenges. Crusaders do well to get this out, and Marshall on the left boot. But the Highlanders working themselves into good field position early in the second spell.
Great turnover to the Highlanders, great turnover.
Yes, they have, in case Muse places it nicely for Brendan Timmins. He lays it back for Kelleher. Brown to Alatini. No gap so far for the new All Black, Peter Alatini, as Kelleher sends it off again to Brown. Big Carl Hoft, who hasn't missed a game in 37 matches for the Highlanders. Now Laney. Lilly got an awkward bounce, but he controlled it well. Now Caleb Ralph, who's been unemployed out on the left wing side, and displays a powerful left boot. Now they set the back line ahead. Alight again as Alatini. Ball turned over, so Berryman gets a chance. Runs into Lilly, and Berryman's clear. Looking to link up. Can't find anybody. Now he's got Blackadder to Greg Feek. Tries to pop it to Sualo. Lilly is there. Players waiting in field. Somerville and Blackadder together. Now it's the turn of the Highlanders to turn on the defence. Somerville to Sualo. That's huge defence. But they've still got it. Marshall. Robertson slips it to Marshall. And Marshall bounces it. No try.
And we didn't even mention Norman Berryman. What a run that was. Sensational.
Here goes Marker off the back for the Highlanders. Now Kelleher. And he's lost it away to the right.
So the heat comes on. The heat comes on. And all of a sudden we see a ball off the side of the foot. The pressure must be enormous. Obviously, the stronger the team, the stronger the resolve to do everything correctly as the game goes on. But have a look at Berryman. He just beat players all over the place. Couldn't find the support he wanted, so he just kept on going.
So the Crusaders have another chance. Maxwell and Blackadder get together. Feek wants it as well. They're still 15 metres short of the line here. Greg Feek fights his way a few metres. Now they release it for Marshall. Mertens. And it's straight through for Daryl Gibson. Just opened up. And the Crusaders under the bar.
Yes, the defence of the Highlanders. I think Tony Brown may have needed to come in. Josh Kronfeld had the inside line. I think Tony Brown needed to come in and look after it.
Try converted by Andrew Mertens. And this is just the finish of it. And Daryl Gibson shows his delight as the Crusaders hit the front.
Well, we've been saying as this game has unfolded that there's no way through in the midfield.
Let's do it.
Plenty of pressure here from the Highlanders scrum.
Not through 90. Let go.
Kronfeld being held, doesn't like it. Surridge to Marshall. Gibson back inside to Marshall, runs into his opposite, and Kelleher takes him down just in Highlanders territory. Mertens again with the boot. Lima in a bit of space. Beautiful to Brown. Brown and Robertson. Wilson on the inside. Off to Lima. They're keeping it going. But the intercept comes from Reuben Thorne. Well, they made something out of virtually nothing there, the Highlanders. But of immediate interest is this front row battle, which didn't really emerge in the first half. It's become a big part of the second half, though. Ball left behind for Scott Robertson, who's had a powerful entry to the game. Left behind now for Marshall. Surridge pops it again for Marshall. That's the halfway line, in fact. Mertens goes in. And Maxwell, Norm Maxwell, who scored a try in the final last year for Darryl Lilly. Trying to keep it alive, and they do so with Berryman. Now Marshall again. Player lying prone on the ground as Mertens sets it up for Robertson. Here's Thorne. Pouring the pressure on. The ball is loose as Timmins frees it up, but it was lost forwards.
Up the side, up.
So the Highlanders deep inside their 22. Kelleher tried to slip it. Did so beautifully to Wilson. Just dragged down by Gibson. Now he's got to release it. No, he didn't do it in time.
Let it go. Let it go. You're holding on to it, please.
Off to Soalo. Oh, he's done Lima on the outside. Here goes the little guy. Now the race is on. Soalo! What a try! Unbelievable.
Well, check that smile. The little fellow is absolutely delighted. That's the turning your winger inside out example of it. Classic form. Have a look at the replay. Stop start on the outside and then beating marker to cover defence. The deft check, kick, and then he's got the speed to carry the whole day. Lima desperately trying to stop him off, head him off at the pass, but those signals tell you he didn't.
What a mixture of emotions there too. Brian Lima's face and Afato So'alo's face. But it was a pass. Lima got himself out of position, and then the speed and skill of So'alo did it in the end.
Mertens is wide. An absolutely brilliant try by So'alo.
See Brian Lima there just getting out of position, and too much speed for Maka. And look at this. Then it came down to a foot race. And number 14 for red and black, Afato So'alo, he got there. There's the contrasting emotions.
Well, as we see the restart in this, but I can tell you that Norm Berryman is coming off. Nathan Major going on in jersey 17 for the Crusaders. There'll be changes aplenty too coming up from the Highlanders. It's desperation stakes now. It's like Simon Mayling going out in jersey 20. So Tony Gilbert and Wayne Smith have deemed it now is the time, now or never.
15 minutes remaining. Crusaders have made 3 changes. Well, there's a classic call.
Timmins off for the Highlanders for Mayling.
7-point lead for the defending champions. Kelleher off for Case Muse.
Roll away, 22, get off.
Now Kelleher away for Brown. Tony Brown has a go at Justin Marshall. Schronfeld again slips it to Muse, but this Crusaders defence is quite outstanding.
Stay back.
Alatini waiting for the pass. Back to row party. Randall is there with him, but the swarming defence of the Crusaders as Kelleher takes it forward, but they're still 10 out from the 22. Getting driven back, if anything. Brown, drop kick from Tony Brown. And he's well astray. Well, not sure about that option.
Well, I wonder before at the conversion that Andrew Mertens failed to kick with a 7-point gap. I wonder whether it will be crucial. A converted try. Tony Brown opting for the drop goal, but a converted try will tie this game up.
Looks like Byron Kelleher might be down after charging up into the Crusaders forwards. But you're right, Murray, that conversion miss may be crucial.
Well, they have so many game breakers, don't they, this Otago Highlanders side. We see Tony Brown having a go. He's so good at that, so aggressive when he attacks the line. And Kelleher also. And that's the result of it. Of course, he's feeling the pain at the moment. And just one man needs to break with the right sort of support, which they always seem to have.
Mertens goes long. Brown is back with Wilson. Brings it hard up towards Surridge. Kelleher now for Maka. Hasn't made too many clean breaks today, Isitola Maka. They've tackled him well. Now Brown got a chance out here with Alatini and Wilson, but So'alo stays well with Wilson. Lima takes it in. The Highlanders move it again. Ropati takes his eye off it. And the knock on from Romy Ropati. Playing an advantage zone. Away goes Scott Robertson. Slips it beautifully. Just couldn't find Daryl Gibson. Highlanders a bit lucky. But now the kick and chase from Daryl Lilly.
Well, Scott Robertson, why he doesn't play 80 minutes of rugby, I'll never know. I don't understand, because every time he comes on to the game, he's an outstanding impact player. The great thing that he's got about his game is he can break the line and he can free his arms to release the ball. This man would make an outstanding number 8.
Oliver goes quickly to Simon Mailing. He's on the field for Brendan Timmins. About 12 minutes left. 7-point margin for the defending champions.
Keep it going. Keep it up.
Highlanders, Tronfeld. And he's thrown it across the line, and the Crusaders will get the throw to the next line out.
And the Crusaders are right where they want to be, well into the Highlanders' half. The Highlanders, on the other hand, are playing most of their rugby down here.
Scott Robertson is down, and what an impact he's had in the second half. Well, there is the territory, and that bears exactly what you're saying out, Greg.
And that's about the difference in the game, isn't it, in terms of the score as well. There's not a lot in it, but it's still significant enough for the Crusaders. Possession there, very even.
One moment of individual brilliance could have changed the course of this game. Fato So'olo.
Just looking at the loose forward combination of the Crusaders with Reuben Thorne, Angus Gardner and Steve Surridge, all extremely good rugby players. And it makes you wonder, well, it makes you understand why Robertson's on the sideline. But I think that the mix of loose forward combinations these days is very important, the way the game's developing.
Here come the Crusaders. Nathan Major off to Daryl Gibson.
Hands off, Blue.
Excellent attacking position. Mertens positioning for a drop kick. It's wobbly, but it's there. He might have missed the conversion, but he's kicked the drop goal. And that's a 10-point margin.
Well, he didn't hit it the way he wanted to hit it, but the end result was everything that he wanted. Perfectly positioned, out in front, hits it, and that's through.
Now the Highlanders really have to go for it. Mertens on the left boot. Wilson is positioned near his own 10-metre line. He's got Laney on the outside. Slips it again to Wilson. Now it's back for Oliver. Kelleher for Brown. Alatini. Lima. Randall out wide. Lovely to at least to Lima. Lima and Gibbs and Lilly playing an advantage here.
No. Knock on forward.
And it was a knock on by the Crusaders.
Tremendous work for Steve Surridge to get back into that position, but have a look at this. This is a classic double round using Tane Randall. Using Lima, and Lima having a bit of space, a bit of room to move. A little chip. Have a look at Surridge. Goes down, picks it up, beats Cromfeld to the ball that time.
Right up. No, don't go.
And maybe look here for the Brown Alatini punch. Alatini changing angles, new man on and Major.
Now Marker sets it up. Here's Muse. This is the moment, really, the Highlanders have to get back into it as marker. They're right there. Kelleher off to Carisbrook again. Almost got through. Controlling it nicely. Now they go wide. Brown almost slips through. And Rami Ropati puts it down, but the ball was lost forward.
Well, I think we could all sense it in the commentary box. Tony Brown looked like he was going to slip the tackle and dive over, but it wasn't to be. Have a look at the desperate defence here. Slipped through the hole. So often he does that. Gibson was equal to it.
And a big scrum coming up for the Crusaders here. There has been pressure on that front row. The Highlanders will give everything they can to try and get the shunt on.
Nathan Major's on as a replacement. Now Daryl Gibson has gone down. Andrew Mertens has been struggling for about 10 minutes. They look pretty calm.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not, though, Nisbo.
They've been there before, of course.
Okay, let's do it.
Big scrum here from the Highlanders.
No.
They really will try and put the pressure on the Crusaders.
I'll be looking at the 2-3s. Okay.
Well, there's plenty of time still remaining in this match.
Keep it square, do not come up.
8 minutes, just over 8 minutes remaining. Highlanders hot on a tackle, though it's not their ball. The big front row, let's see them work this time. Good Crusaders scrum. Stable, that's what halfbacks love to see.
Marshall kicks it himself and does the job well, Justin Marshall. So they can go back to the lineouts. About 8 minutes left. 10-point lead for the defending champions. They dropped down as far as 8th on the table mid-season. They were beaten by 23 points to 6 when they came to Carisbrook in week 7 of Super 12.
So will they try and drive from this scrum?
He goes short, Oliver, to Simon Mailing, and he gets it back, does Anton Oliver. Now Kelleher, off for Tony Brown, Alatini. That's the move that worked first time round. And it doesn't quite work to advantage today.
One gets the impression that the Crusaders have been watching that move on video. Have a look at the defence here. They all held their line and drove at the last second. That was Robertson, I think, that drove in there.
Crusaders scrum holding up again. Mertens once more off the side of the boot, down as far as Wilson. Can't allow this guy too much space. Hands it off to Laney. Crusaders' defence has been quite outstanding again today. Now Kronfeld. Hard at the defence again, Josh Kronfeld. Randall hands it off to Brown, looking to get on the outside of Mertens. Does so! Now floats it as far as Alatini. Supports there from Lima. Big chance here for the Highlanders. Lima almost there, not quite.
Use it. Hands off.
Wants the hands out of there. Kelleher just hesitates for a moment. Now Brown to Ropati. Couldn't quite find Oliver. Muse. And he's got them for offside. Now what's the call going to be here? It's a gift, 3 points.
Well, I think they'd have to take the 3 points because 7 would draw it. They're just so close. How close can you get? The Highlanders opening up the gap. Not able to take it. Tony Brown, sensational break. And then Lima being driven over the line and held up by the Crusaders. Just held up and driven back. Look at this, shrugging off the tackle and just going for it. Alatini giving the opportunity. Keeping the ball alive. Lima, watch the strength in the leg work. He kept his feet. Fantastic, really. And how did he not get grounded? Well, it was great support, and that's his opposite, Saola.
Well, a key change here. Gibson's off for the Crusaders. Flynn's gone onto the left wing in jersey 18, and Caleb Ralph shifted into the centres. Coops, maybe they'll go that way.
Well, they'd have to, wouldn't they? Because that's thrown disarray into the defensive line of this Crusaders, although Wayne Smith has been one that's used the squad concept right from the start, throwing his players in at every opportunity throughout the early rounds.
So here's a chance.
Off to Kelleher. Kelleher has a go himself. Again, the defence holds them out.
Last feet. Last feet.
Laney's going to bring it out. Laney. Good tackle by Aaron Flynn. Now Cronfeld straight ahead. Marker. Just look at this defence from the Crusaders.
Get it, Nice, it's up. Use it. Use it. Get back.
It's coming very slowly.
Use it. Okay. Let off the ball, four. Stay.
Finally, it's going to come.
Stay back.
There it is. Kelleher.
Offside advantage.
Wilson. He's got them for offside.
Number 22, everybody offside. Positive.
Quickly taken. Marker. No way they were 10 metres.
Marker marked.
Kelleher. Now it's Marker again, having another go.
Yeah, looking a bit slow motion though.
Tronfeld. Now they go wide. Or back in they go again. Ball trapped as Kelleher frees it off to Ropati. Sends it up to Galatini. And it's another one. So what do they do now? They really got to put a scrum down or kick it out.
Well, I feel I've got to get the ball a little bit wide of that 5 metre circle. Admittedly, everybody wanting to have a crack.
Here's Isi Tolamaka. He caught them napping, and the Highlanders storm back into it.
Well, I don't know about this man. He keeps on pulling out the big one. I said a few seconds ago, he looks laboured and tired, but have a look. Used his body, used his strength. Stopped me, and they couldn't. And nailed the try that everybody in this stadium wanted. So hard to stop that man. Low trajectory. Well, he goes in fits and starts, but when he goes, he's unstoppable on occasions.
Tony Brown, big kick. Pushed it wide. Isi Tolamaka brings them back within 5 points.
So hold on to your hats, ladies and gents. There'll be some tries, people wanting tries now. There'll be no kicking for goal or kicking for territory from the Highlanders. They'll be throwing it around.
Kick goes down as far as Cronfeld. Last couple of minutes of the Super 12 season, and Cronfeld makes a telling run.
Last feed 6. Last feed 6.
Kelleher delivers off to Hoft. Crusaders will have to defend for all they're worth now. But they're on the right part of the field for them.
Nice, stay back.
Now it's away for Brown. Alatini. Hasn't managed to slip the defence all day. There it is, loose ball.
Play.
Should come on the Crusaders side. Well,
Number 4.
Todd Blackadder held on to it. Here they go. Byron Kelleher fights his way to the 10-metre line. Oliver. Good speed from Anton Oliver. Simon Mailing. Looking for a halfback. Fires it off to Ropati. Can't get on the outside of Thorne, who does a great job. Still there, though, for the Highlanders. Kelleher to Brown. Randall to Wilson. Laney. Can't give it away. Now he does. To Randall. Fires it up to Wilson. Look at this from Mertens. They're all over him. Still there, though, for Brown. Randall again. What a finish to the Super 12 final this is going to be. And they'll take it to the scrum.
Tackle ball.
Goodness gracious.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? The defence, the attack, it's so good, it's so confident, so assured, and they're equal to each other. Well, Wayne Smith, obviously a great deal of satisfaction and pride in what he's achieved this year. The tactical wizard and this man also outstanding. Both coaches have the ability to develop a tremendous team culture and a desire, united will to win. As you can see, the great resolve being expressed here now.
Now, here they go again. Alatini for Lima, who opened the scoring in the game. There have been 4 tries scored in the match. 2 apiece, and, well, a penalty's no good to the Highlanders in terms of points. They need the try. So he's tapped it to Anton Oliver. Here's Kelleher again. Laney change of direction. Chain Randall. Edging their way up towards the 22 as Kelleher goes again with Brown. Alatini well taken by Caleb Ralph. Everybody hitting the ruck hard. Here's Isi Tolamaka again. Kelleher tries to duck under the Marshall tackle.
Wait up with me.
Players running themselves to a standstill. Tronfeld out in centre field.
That's forward.
And it's a forward pass. Game is over. Crusaders have successfully defended their title. They're the Super 12 champions in 1999.
The ecstasy of victory, the disappointment of defeat.
Toddy, unbelievable scenes here. You guys are jubilant 2 in a row.
Yeah, it's just awesome, mate. Like we after last year and the great win we had last year, we really wanted to come down here and throw our lives into this game and show the character and pride that we take in this jersey. And I thought it really showed, especially in that last 40 minutes today.
It's shown in the last 5 or 6 weeks again, just like last year. Hit the thing so deep.
Yeah, we seem to take a while till we clicked, and when things click in this team, we just went from strength to strength. And I just think how it all could have been so different if Mertz hadn't got that drop goal, and the team came right after that. And I'm just so proud of our guys today.
Tane, a difficult time for you at the moment. You led from the front. You had personally had a tremendous game. You must be feeling pretty down at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a good season for us down here, but today the Crusaders just had all the answers to our questions. They too much for us.
There wasn't much in it, was there? There's just the odd 1 or 2 mistakes, and that counted in the end.
Yeah, we made enough chances. I mean, as did they. That's a sign of a really good team. They've showed that in the last month. The Crusaders can really pick it up. Hard to score points against, and we almost got there, but certainly they deserve to be winners.